All right, working on this room over here off of the kitchen. Don't know what it was used for in the past, but we were using it originally for like a little living room, family room, a couple couches and TV. Then I decided to make this the gym. So there was a doorway here and a doorway here. So I plugged that door. I'm gonna put some sheetrock over that. And it has this ugly siding, so I'm taking this siding off. And these tiles are falling down all over the place, so I'm going to be, especially right here, it's a low spot, I'm going to be taking the tiles off here. I'd say from this wall out, this is the original structure to the added on house, and it ends about right here where the wall is. And so from the wall over is an overhang, like a lean-to that was added, and then they added some windows. So that's actually an add-on to this original building here. I'm contemplating if I'm gonna take the closet out or not. I'm not sure. Don't really need a closet there. And the flooring needs to be redone. It's old laminate. Just took off the rest of the paneling over here. Okay, and yeah, you can see it's all sheetrock. So they glued the paneling on. That's why you see all those lines. That's just old adhesive. And because they did that, if they didn't glue it, I would have been able to easily mud the sheetrock probably with no problems. But looks like I'm gonna have to either rip this off and put new stuff on, or just go over it with like a 1/4 inch sheetrock. I gotta take this thing out. It's you can see it's got water coming in at the bottom because they didn't do the outside properly. I think next I'm gonna be working on this ugly ceiling. Recessed lights, maybe 2 of them here, 2 of them over there instead of these old lights, and maybe 1 recessed light. I'm going to hang my sheetrock, 5/8 inch sheetrock, which is kind of heavy. Alright, once you get it on there, okay, you can get up on your scaffold. Push it in. There we go. got my hole up there for my recessed light, and I don't have a rotor zip. I'm just going through sheetrock here, 5/8 inch. So if you have a Dremel tool, you can also use a Dremel. And usually the Dremels come with like this little bit here. You screw it on, and that's all you need to use. One of these little plastic, it's like an adapter that goes on, and you use it like a different, it looks like a drill bit. It's like a shank bit. I really don't know what that's called, but this and this together. If I find this, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, that makes a good rotor zip because it's pretty nice. Alright, just got finished. I have one of those pet doors down here that opens automatically. What I had to do is take it out, unscrew it, take it out, and then what I did was there was a hole in the outside, so I put some plywood, and then I just put some shims around it to screw it in to the other plywood that's existing, and I just put insulation in there and sheetrock, and then we're good. Alright, next thing I did was I took the air conditioning out because it had those little fan side pieces that fan out. I took those off because I don't like the way they look, and I added two 2x4s to fill in the gap, and then I just put some old sheetrock over that, and then I'll go and sheetrock over this again. That way when I do my little, I'll do a little trim around it, and it'll be nice and close to the air conditioning and won't see that little funky side piece. And here's the side pieces that I'm talking about. Alright, no more cat door, and the sheetrock has covered that nicely. And you can see how nice the AC is now. I got that sheetrock real close all the way around. And then I can just put some screws, 2 screws into the wood, holding the AC to the wall. I got to drill through the metal bracket on the top and at the bottom. There's wood behind it. I just go right through that. It'll secure the AC. And you can see my window edges. I went around so there's no seam on the window where it can crack. Prone to cracks right here on the edge. I did that over here as well, around this window, around here. See my seams away from the edge. Alright, got this wall here almost finished. Alright, this wall's done, and that wall's done, and then I'm stopping here at the bathroom because this wall, it's missing some framing in the edge here in the corner. So I need to put a stud in here. Really needs one going all the way up, because then I tried to get some screws and I realized it's just bricks back here. There's no stud, so I might need to put a piece of wood there. And so I'm going to stop there until I can get a couple new doors with a new door frame, and then I'll finish up this sheetrock here and over there. But the rest is good. Just need one more piece right here. I ran out of 5/8. All right, here's where I'm at on my walls. Use mesh tape here. And 2 coats on here, and on these joints, all 2 coats. Ceiling, it's got 1 coat. I got to do 2. That's the 2nd coat, and a little bit. But the rest needs a 2nd coat on the ceiling. This one's got a 2nd coat here. And then I usually do 2 coats over the mesh tape, and then I'll just get the mud in a bucket, you know, the pre-mixed stuff, and I'll just get out any little imperfections that I have there. And I went and patched up here because I ran out of 5/8 inch drywall, so I had a little piece left, so I put 2 pieces, and then I had a little strip of this 1/2 inch, and then I just mudded it real thick, so you won't be able to tell. Yeah, a lot of work doing drywall. It's no joke. It's repetitive, a lot of repetitive stuff you got to do over and over. I got my corner piece on here. It's almost dry, and I don't have to use the mud in a bag, but I do it anyway, just to be on the safe side. I don't know, I don't really trust the pre-mixed stuff, even though it'll work the same. And not only that, it takes too long to dry. When you're trying to do a second coat, you gotta wait a whole day. And if you use this stuff in a bag, the 45-minute mud, this will dry like in an hour.
I don't know if you ever done it, but sanding drywall sucks.
I'm ready for primer. I'm going to use PVA primer on this by Kills. It says on the drum not to paint over with a gloss paint or anything with a high sheen, but I'm not doing that, so I should be okay. I'm going to use probably a shell. Alright, walls have been primed, and any little imperfections after the first coat, I went and put some mud, and you can kind of see it, those little blotches there. That's all spots where it was imperfection still. I went and mudded over it, so I'll wait for that to dry. Then I'll sand that, and then I'll re-primer just those spots, or I'll go over everything one more time. We'll see. But while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go and put down my waterproof rigid core flooring, and I'm going to put some new underlayment. This is 2-in-1. I'm going to put some 3-in-1 down here. Alright, so this is vinyl 100% waterproof stuff. It does have a little bit of padding on there, but I'm still going to use 3-in-1 padding under this so I can have it super quiet. This stuff's pretty good quality, pretty thick. Alright, halfway done here. Almost there. Just a little bit more. This is just like installing laminate. The only difference is these seams, they have to be pounded down with a hammer because they don't just fit in there like the laminate does. You actually have to use pressure to get it to click in. Last piece over here, almost done. Alright, just finished the floor. It's all finished up finally. Took me a whole day to finish this floor, and today I just had to finish up the last row of cuts, and now I'm done. First time installing vinyl plank. I've done laminate before, but vinyls, it's pretty good. Other than you gotta hammer this seam here has to always be hit down, and once it compresses into that plastic, there's no way you can remove this without that breaking. So this one is like, once you install it, you can't ever reinstall it somewhere else. It's stuck there. Once you take it apart, you'll end up breaking the floor. Those seams will no longer be able to come back together unless you like glue them. Who's gonna want to do that? Anyways, it looks really good. Really happy with this one. It's pretty thick. I cut some. This is not LifeProof by Home Depot, but it is another brand that they sell, and it's equivalent in size to LifeProof. So I got a rigid core. I'll show you the box. It says it's just I don't think it's a name brand. It just says rigid core flooring. That's all it says, really. I don't really know who makes it, but check it out. After cutting this open and comparing it to the LifeProof, which is it's a little bit more expensive, maybe $1 more square, because I got this one on sale, and I compare it, and they're about the same thickness. All right. So I don't know, maybe this one's a little bit harder material. Feels really hard, solid. This one has some flex to it. Not a whole lot, but you know, it has a little bit of give. If you get a little piece like this, you can actually start to bend it a little bit. Okay. If you bend it the other way, okay, it'll finally crack. But I'm pretty happy with the one I got. And they both have the underlayment padding. Okay. But I use padding anyway, some orange padding anyway, so give it better sound absorption. So you're jumping or something, because this is going to be a gym. You'll be jumping and it's not so loud. See, I'm jumping. Pretty quiet. Pretty cushiony. All right, that's it for this one. I'm going to be working on the windows next. Probably reglazing them and sanding and repainting these old wood window sashes. But yeah, next video, sanding the window trim, putting new trim around the windows, which is over here, which will be the same that I'm using on the door. And what I'm thinking is maybe to do like a charcoal trim gray around it or something, or a light gray. Not sure quite yet. And I'm thinking about doing vinyl blinds here, like what I did in the bathroom here. I think these are aluminum. Oh, is it vinyl or aluminum? I think it's vinyl. But yeah, they make these in silver color, which would be perfect for in here. But that's it for this video. And more to come. Hopefully, I'll show you guys a video of this all finished up with the gym equipment.